You wake up. Your phone is dead. Your car won't start. Every house on your street is dark. You walk to the corner and realize it's not just your street, it's every city, every country, every continent simultaneously. This is a global blackout. And in the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what the world looks like when the power never comes back. The science behind how it happens, the timeline of collapse, and the tactics that actually keep you alive. 3 real scientifically documented events could cause a global or near global blackout. Not in the movies, in real classified government reports. A massive burst of electromagnetic energy from the sun. The last one hit Earth in 1859. We had no power grid. NASA puts the odds of another one at 12% per decade. If it hit today, it would fry every unshielded electronic device on the planet simultaneously. Nation-state hackers taking down multiple power grids at once. Not theoretical. Russia did it to Ukraine in 2015 and 2016. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security confirmed foreign actors had penetrated American power plant controls by 2017. A nuclear weapon detonated 30 miles above the center of a country releases a pulse that disables electronics across the entire landmass below. A 2019 congressional report stated a single such event over the U.S. could kill 90% of the population within 1 year. 90% within 1 year. That's not a movie plot. That's a government estimate. Most people assume it's a local outage. They try to call someone, cell towers are down. They get in their car, the electronic control module is fried. They don't know yet that this is everywhere. Hospitals switch to backup generators. Water is still flowing. Emergency services are still functional. The world is confused but not yet afraid. Gas stations can't pump fuel without electricity. ATMs are offline. Every dollar you have that isn't cash in your hand, inaccessible. Grocery stores see their first panic surge. The average grocery store has 72 hours of food on its shelves. The supply chain requires refrigeration, fuel, and electronic logistics. Without power, it stops. Completely. By nightfall, when it's clear this isn't coming back, the shelves begin to empty. Water pressure drops. Modern systems run on electric pumps. Without them, water stops flowing to most urban homes by day 2 or 3. 3 days without water, hospital backup generators run dry. The first mass casualties begin, not from violence, not from starvation, from the collapse of medical infrastructure. Every patient on a ventilator, every dialysis patient, every ICU bed is now in crisis. Sanitation fails, sewage backs up, cholera, dysentery, typhoid, diseases we consider ancient history, return inside of weeks in dense cities. Here's the part most people miss. In a true EMP or solar event, the damage isn't to the software, it's to the hardware. The massive transformers that form the backbone of the power grid are physically destroyed. They take 12 to 18 months to manufacture. There is no quick fix. The power is not coming back. Agriculture collapses. Modern farming requires electric irrigation, refrigerated storage, and fuel-powered equipment. Without infrastructure to harvest and distribute it, 90% of existing food rots. We are one solar storm away from the 1800s. Except this time, we don't know how to live there. Major cities become uninhabitable within weeks. Not because of violence, but because every system that makes dense human life possible has stopped. No water, no sanitation, no food. Populations begin moving outward on foot toward rural areas, toward water sources, toward arable land. Millions of people moving at once. Communities of a few hundred cannot absorb thousands of refugees. This is one of the most morally complicated realities of collapse and one of the least discussed. Communities with clean water access, arable land, and practical agricultural knowledge fare dramatically better. Pre-industrial farming, hand tools, seed saving, crop rotation becomes survival overnight. History tells us clearly, the people who survive collapse events are not lone wolves with bunkers. They are tight-knit communities with shared trust, shared labor, and shared purpose that can govern and feed themselves. Less than 5% of the current global population has sufficient practical skills to survive independently in a pre-industrial environment. The other 95% depend entirely on systems they cannot replicate or repair. The most valuable thing you can possess in a post-blackout world is not a gun, not gold, not freeze-dried food. It's practical knowledge and people you trust. You die without water in 3 days. Stored water runs out. You need a source, a hand pump well, a stream combined with a gravity-fed filter, rainwater collection. A quality gravity filter like a Berkey processes thousands of gallons and removes bacteria, viruses, and most chemical contaminants. And get one before you need it. White rice, dried beans, oats, salt, honey, and cooking oil. Cheap, shelf-stable for decades when stored correctly. Calorie-dense. A 50-pound bag of white rice costs $25 and contains 80,000 calories. 40 days of survival for one person. Learn to garden, learn to save seeds, know which local plants are edible. Solo survival is a Hollywood myth. Every documented long-term survival situation shows that social organization is the determining factor. Identify people near you with skills you lack. Medical training, mechanical ability, agricultural experience. Build relationships now. The person who arrives already known and trusted is far better positioned than the stranger with a truckload of supplies. Take a wilderness first responder course, a weekend class that teaches emergency care without hospital infrastructure. Infection kills more people in collapse scenarios than violence. Learn to treat wounds, manage chronic conditions, and recognize life-threatening emergencies. Stock a basic surgical kit. This knowledge costs nothing but time. In a world without internet or cell service, information is one of the scarcest resources. A ham radio license takes about 10 hours to study for and gives you access to a nationwide network of operators who maintain communication when everything else fails. In every major disaster of the last 30 years, ham operators were the backbone of emergency communication. We have built the most complex, productive civilization in human history. We have fed more people, cured more disease, and connected more minds than any era before us. And all of it runs on electricity. The question isn't really whether a global blackout could happen. The question is, who would you be when it did? What do you actually know? What can you actually do? Who do you actually trust? Those aren't prepper questions. Those are human questions. And the process of thinking through them, regardless of what the future holds, makes you a more capable, more grounded, more intentional person. That's what this channel is for. Not to scare you, but to ask the questions most people are too comfortable to sit with. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single apocalyptic scenario. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.